What's up, Star Wars fans? Welcome back to another episode of the TK423 podcast. And today we are going to talk about recent rumors that have been swirling around about John Boyega returning as Finn in Star Wars. Let's get into it.
So what I told you was true, from a certain point of view.
So, John Boyega, potentially returning to Star Wars is the rumor that has been going around, right? And he has said recently, just to get this out in the air, that if I am cast in any new projects, trust me, you'll hear from me on any of my social media platforms. There's no news so far, so disregard any article that says otherwise. None of them have the exclusive. I am open to sleeping right now. Thanks. So, when you look at that, okay, I don't really think he's going to return. But let's say, theoretically, if he does return. First of all, I would not. If I were John Boyega, I would just steer clear, because after what Disney did to him, after what Disney did to his character, I can't forgive that. Okay? I mean, you're talking the whole China marketing debacle of China wanting to take him off the movie poster for their reason, which I don't agree with. And Disney agreed to do it for money and for exposure of their movie. And the movie that John Boyega stars in, right? In The Force Awakens. And I thought that was such a dirty move. And if I were John, I would just say, bon voyage, Disney, bye-bye. But, he may let bygones be bygones. Who knows? But regardless of that, I mean, they took John's character, Finn, and ruined him. Just like they ruined the other characters, honestly. But he was slated to become a Jedi. All of the marketing leading up to The Force Awakens was that he was a Jedi, or like trying to become a Jedi, because he had the lightsaber in all the marketing. He didn't have a blaster. He had a lightsaber. And then when you watch the movie and you see Kylo Ren take a second look at him, where he kind of feels like something's up with him, and then you see Finn try and use a lightsaber, but he's not very successful at it. He gets beat both times he tries to use it, especially against Kylo Ren. And, oh, funny, he never used the lightsaber before, but he got beat by someone who did. Funny. Huh. Okay. That's interesting. Why didn't you do it? Why didn't you do that to Rey? But anyway, they took his character, was supposed to become a Jedi. Everyone thought, 90% of the fandom thought he was going to become a Jedi after The Force Awakens. He got slain by Kylo Ren, and he was going to come back, heal up, and start training, right? Alongside Rey. With Luke. Would have been cool. But instead, they turned his character into a resistance fighter simp. I mean, he loved Rey, even though that kind of got shelved in The Last Jedi because of the whole thing with Rose. But I mean, even John Boyega said recently that The Last Jedi was his least favorite Star Wars film. And so he turns into this resistance fighter that essentially has no influence to the story whatsoever. Like, none. And if I'm John and I'm looking at that, I'm like, dude, you butchered my character the first time. You had me started out great out of the gates, but then you butchered me and you did me dirty, right? I can't see a scenario where John Boyega comes back as Finn. Even if we're to come back as a Jedi in training or a Jedi Knight, because with the new Jedi Order movie that they're, making with Rey starting this new Jedi Order, it just, it doesn't, it wouldn't fit well. It would seem like they're trying to cover their tracks. And I can guarantee you it seemed choppy. So, if I had to bet money on it, he's not coming back. He's not. If I really had to bet money on it, that movie is going to get, axed. Period. But considering, thought I was about to sneeze. Considering all of that, and considering how John Boyega was treated, I feel like I would just steer clear. And because it's not worth it, you had your time, you got to, be in Star Wars, you got to be a big three, a part of the trilogy. And even if your character got butchered, it's still an achievement. You got to be in Star Wars, and that's awesome. That's a lifelong dream for millions of people. And so I would just hang him up and count your lucky blessings and just move on from it. Because I feel like I said, at this point, if his character were to come back as a Jedi, it wouldn't make sense, because what were you doing in The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker when Rey was training, right? You could have been training alongside her. But writing didn't allow that, and it's a shame. So, will John Boyega return as Finn? I don't think so. It seems like these rumors are just rumors, especially from what John Boyega responded with. But at the end of the day, I don't want to see it. I don't care to see it. I know John doesn't care to get embarrassed or disrespected again like he did. So, yeah. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think John Boyega should come back as Finn. If his character should get redeemed as a Jedi. Or if it should just stay as Finn, the Resistance fighter who screams Rey. Let me know in the comment section down below. And like and subscribe if you want to continue to see more Star Wars content like this. And may the Force be with you.